Hello guys, so in this video we'll be learning about kruskals algorithm. So this is the graph which is given to us. Now 1, 2, 3, 6, 4 and 5. These are called nodes or vertex. Now in this edges are like 1 to 2, 1 to 2, then 1 to 3, 2 to 4. So like this, these are called the edges and these are the nodes. And these 5, 10, these are the values. This is like 1 to 2, the value is 5. Like you can say this as value, weight or cost, whatever. So now to solve Kruskal's algorithm, there are two rules. So rule 1 is that edges should be arranged in increasing order of weight. Rule 2, no cycle should be formed. Now let us get cleared with these two rules. So rule number 1 says that edges should be arranged in increasing order of weight. This means that edges, as I told you earlier, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, so these are called the edges. Now this should be arranged in increasing order of these weights. Increasing order means small to big. Now it should be arranged in increasing order. Rule 2 is that no cycle should be formed. No cycle means, see, for example, I have a diagram 1 to 2. So this means that no cycle has been formed. If I draw a line from 4 to 3 or 3 to 4, here it means that a cycle is being formed. So like this or this way. So these means cycle is getting formed. So in this Kruskal's algorithm, there is a rule that cycle should not be formed. Another one, you can say it as rule or some method to solve, is that each node has a separate component. So each node will have a separate component. So this one I will tell you when we solve this Kruskal's algorithm. So now let's start with our rule 1. Rule 1 is that we should arrange the edges in increasing order of their weights. So first is edges and weights. Now lowest cost is 5. So 1 to 2. So edge 1, 2, the weight or the cost is 5. Then comes 10. I gave a single line because there is only 1 values. Here I have given double line because I have 45 two times. So to not to get confused, so I have just given like this. So 5 is done. Now 1 to 3. Edge 1 to 3. The cost is 10. Then comes 20. So edge 2, 6. It's 20. Then edge 3 to 6. It's 25. Then comes 45. So there are two places 45. So first I'll take from the lowest one, 2, 4, 45, and then 5 to 6 or 6 to 5 you can do. So I'll take from 5 to 6, it's 45. And then next is 50, that is 4, 6, 50. And then we have 55, two places. So 2 to 5 and 4 to 5. So first I'll take 2 to 5. 2 to 5, it's 55, and then 4 to 5, it's 55. So the first rule from Kruskal's algorithm is done. Now we will be going to the second rule. So first is steps, then the edges and component, and then the diagram. So now the first step is edges. So I'll just keep it null, so I'm not taking any edge initially. What are my components? My components are all of my nodes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are my components. Now here each component is separate. Now step 2. So step 2, now I'll be taking the edges. So I will take the first edge from here. The edge is 1, 2. So when I write here the edge 1, 2, now this 1 and 2 comes into a single component like this 1, 2. So they come as a single component. They are not a separate component now, and the remaining will be a single component. Now if you see here 1, 2, so when I draw a diagram from 1 to 2, I am not getting any cycle. So I will accept this and I will draw the diagram. Now I'll go to step 3. I'll take the second edge, that is 1, 3. As we saw in this previous stage that 1 and 2 are already in a single component. So now 3 also comes into this component. So 1, 2 and 3. Now 4, 5, 6 are in a single component. So I'll take the same diagram down. Now this means that 1, 3. So from 1, 3. So here also you saw that there is no cycle yet found. So 1 to 2 the cost is 5. So I'll write here 5. 1 to 3 the weight is or the cost is 10. So I write here 10. Now we go to step 4. Step 4, now the third edge. That is 2, 6. Now even this 2 is already in a single component. Now 6 comes into this picture. So 1, 2, 3, 6. The remaining is only 4 and 5. So this means that from the second node I should draw a line to the node 6. So 1 to 2 the cost is 5. Then 1, 2, 3, 10. Now from 2 to 6 and the weight is 20. Now we'll go to fifth step. We'll go to the next edge. The next edge is that 3, 6. So now 3 and 6 is already in a single component. So you just write it as it is, the remaining. So now if you just see the above diagram, if you join 3 and 6, they form a cycle. So you need to write here, it forms cycle, reject. Just put hyphen and leave it. Now step 6. So we go to the next edge, that is 2, 4. Now 4 comes into this component. Remaining is 5. So 1, 2, 2, it's 5, 10, 6, 20. Now from 2 you need to draw a line to the node 4. So from 2 I'll draw a line to the node 4 and it does not form a cycle. So I can draw it and the cost is 45. Now we'll go to the next edge. Now that is 5, 6. So now 5 also comes into this component. Now if you see here, all the nodes are in a single component. They are not individually placed. So when I see from 5, 6, so if I take from 6th node or the 5th node to the 6th node, so there is no cycle formed. So I can draw the diagram. From 6, 5, it's also the cost is 45. Now when you saw here, all the individual components have come together in a single component. So if you see the remaining edges like 4 to 6, 2 to 5, 4 to 5, this will all form a cycle. So we can just write it and leave it. So 4, 6. So if you see 4 to 6, if you draw a line over here, you can see it forms a cycle. So this one you will be rejecting it. Reject. Step 9, if you see 2, 5, you will also reject this, because from 2 if you take it to 5, you will have again a cycle. You can see here, you will have again a cycle. So you will also reject this. Now step 10, that is 4, 5. You will also reject this, because if you draw from 4 to 5, it again forms a cycle. So again reject. So now we are done with all the edges. So now I need to find out the total cost. So the total cost is Now all of these values will be my total cost. So 5 plus 10 plus 20 plus 45 plus 45, which is all equal to 125. So this is how you solve Kruskals algorithm. So there are two rules. You should keep it in mind that you need to arrange the edges in increasing order and no cycle should be formed. So thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, like and share.